What's up?
Oh, hey, long time no see.
I know, right? I just told Brendan and Tony, so I guess they're gonna be looking for your new invite.
All right.
But I was like, why the hell is it ringing?
I figured out how Justin does it. If you click on the invite people thing up top,
Mm.
if you type in a name, I think an email address, it gives you the option to click like their Hangout profile, and then it also gives you an option to email.
Okay.
So I think that's what Justin did.
Got it.
All right, but
Fancy
I'm live
stuff.
now. Ooh, we got a viewer.
Oh, hi, viewer.
Hello, viewer.
Hearing some thrilling setup.
Game of Thrills. God damn it, Brandon.
You and that Pikachu hat.
Goddamn right. Speaking of Pikachu hat, I actually caught a Pikachu with a hat in Pokemon Go.
Oh, aren't those supposed to be like super rare or something like that?
That's
Ash?
what I thought.
Is it the Ash hat or?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought I saw something about that like a few weeks back that it was like really rare and people were gonna be like freaking out for it.
I've seen two of them. The first one,
Dang.
I think I was
Doesn't have that
driving
right.
or something, and I
What's
wasn't able
supposed
to
to be
catch
playing while
it.
you driving?
Well, I think Aaron was driving. One of the two, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe I was at like a stoplight, but then I started to go.
Either way, if you saw two already, then either their stuff's broke or it's not as rare as they made it sound.
Oh. Go down to the P's. Jesus fucking Christ, this thing is so stupid.
To our possibly still one viewer.
I think
Sorry.
it's Kelly. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
There you go. That's a Pikachu.
Pretty awesome.
I know, right?
Oh, hey, we're live on Facebook, apparently.
We are? Cool.
I
I
guess.
gotta get Brandon and Tony in here.
Notification. How hard is it to get them to join?
I don't know.
Don't make no sense.
Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
There we go. All right, we're live on Facebook.
All right.
There you go. I sent it twice. I don't know. Did you get it as an email that time or no?
No, it was as the Hangout invite again.
Okay. Well, because I sent you and Tony the emails, and then the next time, I did click the Gmail icon. Justin, it didn't send that time. That's how I got him the first time. What's Tony?
Can I send him an invite? Or
yeah, you should be able to.
He's probably trying to fix his lighting.
She probably is. He's probably taking a shit.
That too.
Thank you, Justin. I know I look sexy. Hey, guess what? Crows before hoes, bro. Funny enough, I didn't wear this shirt on purpose.
That makes perfect sense.
Right? I know.
Just wear it to work tomorrow.
Oh, I wish I got my other shirts.
So it won't let me send it because it says he's already invited. Let me see.
This MFer. All right, Josh, you keep an eye on Facebook for anybody who's watching live.
Are we already on the Facebook?
Yeah, Justin.
Oh,
Justin put it on there.
Okay.
Did you say on the Facebook?
I don't know. Did I?
All right. Let me do this. Let me go over here. Go over here. Hello to anybody viewing. We will be starting momentarily. I wish I would show you who is viewing.
Is there anybody actually viewing?
It says we have 3. I'm watching. I don't know if Justin's still watching, and I think Josh is yours still on.
Yep. So it's us watching ourselves.
Whatevs. I just shared on mine. There we go. We have another one. Unless that's you, Brandon. Oh, we lost one.
It might have been me for like a second.
All right. I just sent Tony another one.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you are.
Christ.
There he is. About time. Once you get your shit fixed.
Huh?
Once you get your shit fixed.
It was fixed.
Shh.
We never
Ghost
have these
stories with
problems when
Tony
Justin
Brown.
does it.
True. Justin's watching.
Never.
Well, that's why Justin's the production guy and I'm just the host.
Shit.
Anyway, y'all ready to talk some Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
All right,
Of course.
All right.
But I got
What?
that got
She got.
got
Got.
somebody's about to get got.
That's what we should have named it. We should have named it Got.
Damn.
Damn, get got.
Damn, Justin even said about time, Tony.
I'm hanging up.
Anyway, all right. Welcome everybody to SPR presents THRNZ Talk. THRNZ Talk. THRNZ. We're going to Justin, don't leave. We're going to be talking some Game of Thrones today. Game of Thrones with Jon Snow, and my newest edition here, Mr. Tormund Giant's Bane. Got that on Sunday. We're gonna talk some Game of Thrones. Season 7 premiere is done and over with, and I'm pretty excited. We have Josh, who has joined us. I guess this is the first time on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the only
You were at
other
Justin's
time-
house before.
Yeah, the only other time was off camera and working the camera when you guys fight each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, that works. So Josh has been behind the scenes with SPR, but now he is with us for the first time on camera. We also have Brandon and Tony joining us.
Hello.
Justin's
The-
lame ass. Justin hasn't watched Game of Thrones yet, and he's a douche. Like not even any Game of Thrones.
He has to make
Like,
dinner,
zero Game of
apparently.
Thrones. Yeah, Melissa, you crack that whip. All right, so let's just get into it. So, spoiler warning for anybody who's watching or listening any further. We're going to be spoiling the first episode of season 7 and probably anything in the past. So be prepared. Here's your warning: 3, 2, 1. Okay. If you're still listening, it's your fault. All right, so
But keep listening, please.
right, yeah, keep listening. I mean, it's still your fault, but keep listening. All right, so the episode started off real good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about you
definitely.
guys. As soon as I saw, I'm just going to call him Professor Filch. As soon as I saw Professor Filch standing there, I was like, yeah, I know what's about to happen.
Yeah,
Yup.
pretty much.
If you guys,
Could not wait. Oh my god. That was the best start.
I thought for a second there was a flash. I don't know why. Like,
Yeah, I was thinking
kinda
maybe
blinked-
it was a flashback first.
Yeah, it was like a flashback for a second. Like maybe like something before the
Yeah.
red wedding, or like something to do with the red wedding at some point. But then I was like, oh wait, nope, that is not a flashback.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Was that we were getting some type of flashback, but then I as it progressed, you kind of realized what was going on.
Yeah.
I-
I thought it was pretty.
I will say there's a moment I laughed after it was all said and done. Like after everybody's dead and Arya takes the face off. I was like, wait a minute. How is she that tall all of a sudden?
I was thinking that too. I was like,
Like, is
I was
this
like, is she on a
step stool
box?
Yeah.
Right.
She's got stilts
She's
or
on a
something. She knows how to,
was
what
like-
to do.
I was like, is she going to take the mask off and then just magically shrink? What?
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Although I feel like other times in the series that's happened where they've played like a different person and then they end up
Right.
being back to their normal size.
Yeah.
You pull the
Like,
face off.
Part of the faceless men's magic or something. I don't know. Somehow it works. It's Game of Thrones. Don't question it.
Yeah, exactly. It's Game of Thrones. There's so much stuff that happened.
I hope you took
Trying
notes.
to
Steve,
think in
to
order.
guide us.
What was that?
I hope you took notes to guide us through this, because
I have an agenda. I mean, I
Okay.
could tell.
Yeah, I mean,
do
like
have it.
I'm kind of forgetting the
So
the
it's
scenes in order. I can remember all the scenes, but I can't remember the order for now.
So I think that
was
as
it
soon as,
Cersei next.
No, it
Or
was.
was it-
I think it was John. It was John
Oh,
and
okay.
Sansa, and it was in
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
north.
right.
They were in the north, yeah. So we had John and Sansa talking about, well, John trying to talk to people about the north, and making sure that we could protect the north. Sansa tried to, tell him to do something differently. He disagreed. It
Mhm.
could be a public thing. So that was kind of a scary moment.
Yeah, I it's definitely kind of interesting, and it's something I kind of want to talk about, or myself at least later, because it kind of has to do with my predictions, sort of.
Your prediction, okay? Yeah, we'll hold off on that. I think I have a prediction on that as well of what I think will happen or could happen in the future, but we'll definitely hold off on that. Then after that, I think we went to King's Landing and we saw Cersei and Jaime. We finally see Jaime talking to Cersei after he gets back from the Riverlands, and
Right.
and so we don't really know where the relationship is. Like, he must know something happened when he got there because she was being denounced queen, and then it's kind of like, how's that gonna work? I don't know if you guys saw the picture. There was a picture I saw on Reddit where she's standing on the unfinished map on the floor, and then somebody replaced the map with that old rug that you used to play on as a kid with all the roads.
Oh,
Somebody actually replaced it with that. It looked pretty funny. It looked pretty funny there. So we had that one, and then I don't know if next was Arya. I think with our guest appearance.
Was that soon?
Was that
I don't
who?
think. I think it was the Hound next, right?
Yeah.
It was the Hound and then Arya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had the Hound going to the.
Wait, wait, missed something though. Because I think in between some of these things, Brand showed up to the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember.
Anyway, Bran
If
passed
that
through the
was-
wall.
It
Yeah.
happens sometime.
The Hound went. What's the group that the Hound is with? I forget the name of that group.
The men with no banner. Isn't it like something with no banner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got them.
Or bannerless man or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We got the Hound talking shit about the dude's man bun, which was hilarious.
The guy with the
Justifiable.
eye patch.
Right. Yeah. Justify. Isn't his name Barrack?
Yes.
Isn't that guy's name? Yeah. So we've got that. Arya stealing this guy's rabbit. What else do we? And then the only thing I could think. Oh, Sam in Old Town. I'm seriously waiting for somebody to drop a beat with that. I don't even
I'm not gonna lie. There was a few moments where I was making the same noise he was.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty good. I did like how they had the shit pot, and then it kind of was going so fast that it almost looked like the shit was the soup
I
Yeah.
that he was
thought
serving.
They
It was
looked
kind
the
of the same
same.
pot.
I was like, are they
Yeah.
actually cleaning these out and just like using them as like plates? Also, I was like, that is disgusting.
Is he dumping the soup and serving shit? Like, I don't know.
Oh, God.
Probably got it mixed up a few times.
It's
Yeah,
a circle.
and then we
It's a circle
got-
of life.
Yeah. Then we got the when he was going room to room to get the bowls.
Mhm.
I'm sure you guys realized who that was at the end. That
Oh,
tried to
yeah.
grab him.
Yeah, yeah.
Old Jorah.
Yeah, old
Like
Jorah,
dragon arm.
old dry skin. He needs some cocoa butter. That's what he's doing.
Cocoa butter gonna help that.
True. There's only potentially one thing which we could probably get into. I think in a little bit. Yeah, I'll get into that in a little bit. And then other than that, I think it's just Danny. Was that the rest? Was that the last part?
That was the last
there
part.
was a,
They showed John and Sansa talking, after the fact of that that little, I guess,
Right,
little
with,
meeting or whatever.
It was when
Littlefinger.
Brienne was fighting, and
Yeah.
old lover boy here was
giving her the eyebrow.
right. He was giving her that. eye. Like, man, that's sexual tension. Cut.
What else? Cersei talked to
Urin.
the
The
Euron.
Mason?
Yeah, Euron.
You're you say
Oh
Urin?
yeah.
Euron.
You mean the sixth the sixth Backstreet Boy?
Yeah.
I swear someone's gonna be like, Urine, you're pissing me off, Urine.
Jesus.
Lord.
Get out. Leave the podcast.
Um,
What do you? I guess we can get that. That'll probably be a prediction. But he said he's going to bring her back a gift. I've seen a few theories on what that gift
Yeah, I have one.
might be.
yeah, I have a few.
You have. Okay, so we all have an idea. It might be the same.
Mhm.
We'll get to that for the predictions part. Let me make a note here. Jot it down. Any other scenes that I'm forgetting that?
The stuff with the Hound and like the house and the
Yeah.
dead body and,
Oh yeah, he saw something in the fire.
yeah.
It was the wall, and that actually, I think that was he kind of mentioned the exact same place that John mentioned. Right, was the most likely to be attacked first.
Yeah, I think the two
Like the
most
castle.
northern castles, or whatever they said,
Yeah.
whatever they call them.
So
I think
it's like they're kind of like teasing like a congregation of all these characters really quickly.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool if that happened, but
Hmm.
I mean, we've only got what 8 episodes this time and like 6 next season,
Yeah.
I think so. It's not
I
much.
think it's 8 and 7.
8 and 7.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not much. It's so sad that we've waited so long for Game of Thrones, and then in 2 months it's gonna be gone again.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they? Have they been? They haven't been filming any of next season yet, have they? Like, it's not like something that's going to be come out a little bit quicker.
I don't think so.
Then-
It'll probably come out same time. So, we'll have
So
another-
we're gonna lose it faster and wait for it even longer.
Yep.
Yep.
That sounds like the opposite of a Viagra commercial. So,
Is your dick hard too long?
right? So,
God.
and yeah. Then the last
Try
thing
the
we have is
Thrones pill.
the last thing I have is with Dany and her returning to Dragonstone, which
Yep.
I thought was, for me, I think it was my favorite scene. Well, we get into that. My favorite scene of the episode was that one. Was
Yeah.
her returning home. It was pretty funny that Ed Sheeran had more lines in this episode than Tyrion did, which I thought was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Did he say anything at
Sure.
all? I can't remember.
No, he
now.
didn't.
He
Tyrion, I don't
didn't?
think said,
Oh.
no,
And then
I don't
Tyrion
think
didn't
Tyrion
do
said
anything.
anything. Yeah.
He was just kind of in the background, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, because I saw something that so basically said, I think it was actually the after show like little tidbit they give. The producers were saying that when Dany got back, like when they reached Dragonstone, all of her people, Tyrion and Melisande,
Sandia. Sandia.
whatever her name is, and Natalie Emmanuel from Fast and Furious. Basically, they wanted to keep quiet so Dany could kind of embrace and enjoy the moment without them talking.
Yeah.
And like let her do her own thing. And they said so you kind of saw that with when she was walking up to the throne, Grey Worm went to walk behind her and she stopped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then obviously Tyrion didn't say anything. He kind of followed her and then into the war room or whatever you want to call it there. And then she says whatever she said. Let's
Shall we begin?
Shall we begin? Yeah. So that was my favorite scene. I don't know if you guys have a different one.
Actually, my favorite scene was probably Arya's second one, where she's just talking to the
Merry Men.
the soldiers, whatever. Just because that kind of leads to my prediction, which I'll get into a little bit later.
Yeah.
let
My
me make a
favorite
note
scene was
here.
probably.
Go ahead, Josh.
I think it was just the whole scene with Jon and Sansa talking to everybody from the north, trying to, I guess, get everybody on the same page and what to do. That was pretty awesome. Just kind of seeing them with their sibling rivalry starting up and
Yeah.
see where that goes. But
Although
And that little
they
Mormont girl talking
yeah,
shit.
she's she's the biggest bamf of this series right now.
and she's
Also,
like,
they didn't have
seven.
sibling rivalry, Josh. It's a cousin rivalry.
true. Well, as far as they know right now,
Yeah.
it's a sibling
Right.
rivalry.
Damn,
far-
spoiler, Stephen. Damn. Spoiler.
I said in the beginning of the damn. I said in the
Damn.
beginning. True.
Jesus Christ.
I just wrote it in the Facebook thing. So if anybody's watching, spoilers. Spoiler alert again. But thank you for watching. Keep watching, unless you don't want to spoil it. And don't watch it anymore. Tony, what was your favorite scene from this episode?
The stuff that sticks with me is the stuff with the Hound. I don't know why. I just like that. Like the stuff with like, given what I realized today, and just the impact it had on him, and just the fact that we're watching him kind of, we're kind of seeing him get his. I mean, we kind of seen the humanity back,
Right.
prior, but just to see him kind of, digging a grave for the two bodies, and then trying to say a prayer for him, that I don't know, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Right.
Got a big redemption story.
Yeah.
Definitely. And seeing as he's not a man of faith, and he thinks people like that are fanatics and like kind of thinks downly upon them, but he goes out of his way to try and. That's how that guy was. How the family was.
And it's kind of.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's kind of interesting that he remembers. Like you would think a guy like that, anybody he meets or anything he comes across, whatever, unless it's like an important thing. But the fact that given later we might talk about that he remembers is kind of interesting.
Yeah, Do you mean the North remembers?
Yeah.
Everybody remembers.
I am the North.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Who would be your favorite characters from this episode? Brandon.
Oh man. I kind of want to say Sansa. Just because of the, like, it finally feels like she's kind of, you know, they're always saying in the past seasons like, oh, she's gonna come into her own and stuff like that, but then at the same time she's always like kind of been like held down, and this kind of feels like she's really actually grown up a little bit, and she's coming into her own, and she's got her own ideas and plans and stuff like that. So I feel like this kind of hinted at that.
She's playing the game now.
That's a good kind of analogy, Tony. She's in the game now. I feel like before she was just kind of a piece on somebody's side, and now she's in the game for herself.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts on Sansa. We'll get to that after Josh and Tony and myself give their favorite characters. Josh?
So I'd probably have two. One would have to be Arya, because, I mean, she just destroyed an entire like group of people by herself. That was amazing. And that started the whole episode. So that, and then number two would have to be Sam, because anybody who can go through the crap that he's been doing that whole episode and not throw up,
no pun intended.
literally, and not throw up, is a hero. So,
well, for all you know, he probably
applause for him.
did.
I mean, he might have, but we didn't see it, so it doesn't count.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
I like the one scene where it's like it kind of was like finally calm, and he's just sitting there with the other guy scrubbing, and he's just
yeah.
like,
that was pretty good. For anybody who joined on Facebook, spoiler alert, we're talking about Game of Thrones season 7 premiere. In case you're wondering. Tony, your favorite character from this episode?
I'm gonna have to do a two for like Josh. It's probably the Hound, but I don't know why Jamie might be a close second, even though he's not in. He's like in the for a scene. Just him being like very rational, kind of compassionate about the fact that his son died. And Cersei's just kind of like whatever. She doesn't really seem like she's that. I don't know. It just seems like she's not that emotional about it. But Jamie's kind of got his head on the shoulders, kind of being rational about that stuff. So, but if I had to say, it'd be Hound.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting with Cersei, because she's basically been saying protecting my children is what I am doing in this world, and then they're gone. So she's like, "Fuck it, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want now," because I don't have that burden on her.
Yeah. Now, am I missing something? They had Joffrey, they had Tommen, and they had Marcella. Is it Marcella?
Yeah.
Isn't it another girl? I always thought there was another kid. Or was it just those three?
No, just those three.
Okay. I don't know what. Maybe I'm just thinking when they were younger.
When they were younger, Tommen looked. You could probably say he could have been a girl. I feel like.
I mean, it was a completely different actor too.
Right.
Maybe that's it. I'm like separating the young them and the older them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just a three, and I think they may have had like a friend, or like Marcella had like maybe a handmaiden or something.
Wasn't there like a cousin that was kind of somewhat like important early on, or not necessarily important?
Yeah, Lance. Yeah.
Well,
the guy that joined the like priests or whatever.
Yeah, he's their cousin.
Yeah. No, I was thinking maybe it was him or something, because I could have sworn there was another one that was kind of more like the children, not like him, like Lancel. I don't know.
Unless somebody was there.
Didn't Jamie kill one of his cousins to get out when he was when they
he
killed one of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
those
Jamie.
goddamn Lannisters. Those damn Lannisters. All right, let's get into
predictions. Wait, who was your favorite?
Oh shit, I forgot my favorite. Ed Sheeran. Just kidding. No, I would probably have to say I mean, I like the Hound in this episode, Tony. I'm going with you. I really like how his arc has come about. He's also my one prediction is actually about the Hound. So, also I think Justin just said that we can't do the SPR tomorrow because he's fucked up. So
this is SPR for the week,
right? So the Hound was my favorite, and I'll just get into my prediction / theory. now since we're talking about it. So I saw something online, and I really like the theory, is that the Hound is actually not a priest, but a follower of the Lord of Light. And the theory was basically like he kept making fun of Barrick for Barrick like dying and not having a purpose or whatever. And the theory was that now that he's seen what he saw in the fire, basically he's been a follower of the Lord of Light, but he doesn't know it. And like when he was left to die from Brienne, when he fell down and basically said he was almost dead, people are saying that he could have actually died and the Lord of Light brought him back. And so, but he didn't realize that, and that his fear of fire has caused him to not realize that he actually is a part of the Lord of Light, because he has never stared into the fire or looked into fire that much because he didn't like it. So I thought that was actually pretty cool that he's now realizing, or he's maybe not realizing, but like how he buried the people and he's feeling more emotional and like becoming a little bit more towards the light side as opposed to the dark side.
Ooh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, that's basically the theory.
Oh,
so if you wanna...
Well, to add on your theory, I was thinking just randomly, what if like the fear of his fire isn't like because of what his brother did, but it's like some vision he had as a child and he repressed it?
Huh. That could also be it. I actually saw a joke too that said that the mountain wasn't actually trying to burn him; he was just trying to show him the way of the Lord of the Light, but he got too close. He burned the shit out. So,
man.
So that is my one prediction. I obviously have many, but I'll just stick to that one. Brandon, what's your theory?
All right, so my prediction, it's kind of revolves around a few theories, but just to get straightforward before I explain it all, I think Arya is going to die. That's my prediction.
Okay. So we'll hold off on the reasoning until Josh and Tony go. That way we can, in case it overlaps, we can discuss.
Right.
Josh, one theory prediction for you.
So one of the things I was actually reading up on a little earlier was just talking about Sansa and how she was drawing a lot of similarities to Cersei. I don't know if you guys noticed it or saw the pictures online about how she was rocking the early Cersei hair.
The dew.
Yeah, and just how she was saying how much she's learned from her, and she was saying all this while she was talking to Jon. So hoping that that doesn't lead into her pulling a Cersei and trying to take Jon's spot later down the road, of course.
So I like the theory. My only thought really quickly is that I don't know if Cersei's going to, like, I don't know if Cersei would kill Jaime. So I don't know if the brother-sister thing means anything, or if maybe they figure out that Jon's not her brother, and then it becomes a different story. So I don't know if that's.
I mean,
man, I'm so glad I didn't explain my theory.
Also, Cersei and Jaime have a very different relationship, regardless.
That's
well true. Yeah. So that I don't think is the same thing.
Yeah, true.
But I don't want it to be true because I like the fact that they seem like they're getting along, and like they kind of, after the whole meeting went down, it seemed like, they kind of understood, and they were like, yeah, I get it. My word isn't always law. You can question me, you can be like an advisor or whatever, but just try not to do it right in front of everyone like that. And it didn't seem like she was like pissed at that. She like understood it. So I don't want to see that happen, but I could see something like that maybe changing down the road.
Yeah. Tony.
Well, I didn't really think of theories that much. So the first one of them I did think of was the Sansa turning on Jon, because I read the same thing John read about the hair and everything.
Right.
So, and I don't I have an out there theory maybe. So it
okay.
My head.
Bold predictions.
It's a bold prediction. I don't think that the what is it? Goddamn, I can't forget it. The Ice King, the Ice guy. I can't think of
the
Night King.
Yeah. I don't think he's the final conflict. I think the final conflict might be between Jon and Dany, maybe between the last, because aren't they technically last two Targaryens technically?
I don't
Did
know
you-
for the last two, but I think the last two big
the last
ones.
two, like,
I actually have another theory that we'll get into
'cause
after.
I mean, in theory, they both have the most. Well, who has the most claim? Is Danny, since she's like a legit kid?
She would be his aunt.
So
she would be a generation before him technically.
But he's the
So I think
prince's son. Wait, how does that?
Actually,
how does that?
Gendry has the most claim to the throne, so
Oh wow.
Well,
he's a
Well,
Baratheon.
as a Baratheon,
I
yeah.
know,
he's a
I
Targaryen.
know.
Nobody
I
cared
know.
about that.
But yeah,
So
as
I
a
think-
straight Targaryen, it should be Danny.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's the king's son. He's the prince's son.
Yeah.
You mean
yeah,
daughter?
Daughter, yeah, sorry.
Right. How does it work with
Spoiler alert, I was kidding.
Danny is John.
But yeah, I think it might end up being a conflict between those two, since
That'd be pretty interesting.
they are
So
the
you
two
think
most,
that,
they are the
like-
most prominent characters.
So like this season could end with them defeating the Night King, but then
Yeah.
next season could be them fighting each other, type thing, or something along those lines.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like, because not to jump around, but like, there's so many. Like, you have the conflict of King's Landing that has to be dealt with, the Night's King, and then I feel like there's something with John and Danny that needs to be.
Unless they're,
then I think,
I mean, you know, working together. That is.
Yeah. 'Cause
Right.
I guess,
Like, I
yeah,
mean-
oh, go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
No, I go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say when you think about it, Cersei's Danny's villain, and then the Night's King is basically John's villain. So
Yeah.
you could say one of them takes care of one this season, and then the other takes care of the other one the next season. But
Well, maybe
know.
Cersei's the big bad in the end.
I can see
That's
that.
true.
Right,
if
that's
Danny
what I
goes
was
to
kind
help
of thinking.
Jon?
Like, I mean,
Because I have a feeling that because the dragon, what's the dragon,
Glass?
dragon glass, because that's under the cat. That's where Danny is right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah,
I have a feeling-
which I said was like the reason why I said they're like really teasing all these like people coming together really quickly.
Right.
Because you can see them two coming together this season. Get
They only got
dragon
8
glass,
hours.
take care of the Night King, and then all right, let's go get King's Landing.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, in this episode, you saw obviously Danny go to Dragonstone.
Mhm.
When she was on the beach, he kind of walked past something that looked like a mine or like a cave.
Yeah, I saw
or
that too.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looked. I'm pretty sure that image looked very similar to what Sam found in the book
Yeah.
Right.
about Dragon Glass. And
I was gonna
then
say
when
some of
he's-
it actually even looked like dragon glass, like
right, like the outside.
on top. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then when Sam and Gilly were reading, John goes, "Oh man, I really need to send a raven to John."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So he's definitely
he's
gonna
say-
know.
right. So
Yeah.
so Sam sends a raven to John, and John's like, "Oh shit, I got to go here." But then he gets there and realizes that Daenerys is there, and then
Exactly.
who knows what happened.
Right. It's
Brandon, let's
okay.
get into your prediction. I feel like
All right. So
So,
the main reason why I think Arya is going to die is partially because of what she said, like when she was talking to the soldiers, and that she's going to kill the queen. And if you believe this one prophecy, that's pretty much all come true except for two things so far about Cersei, you know that Arya is not going to be the one to kill her.
right.
And
It's
like
good.
the way they were kind of talking, like the soldiers were bringing up their families and stuff like that, and she was kind of, it brought on her feelings about it, but she still seems like pretty determined to go kill Cersei. I feel like it's just going to be one of those tragic tales where like her bloodlust took over, and she's just going to be dying, wishing she had been with the family instead of doing like actually acting on the bloodlust.
Right.
So close but so far away, kind of thing.
Exactly.
So then,
So,
then
like-
the only Stark that would be left would be Sansa.
Yes, and then the other reason why I feel like there's still got to be some tragedy for the good guys. Like, I mean, and I think right now, like with what Tony and Josh said, a lot of people are probably going to steer towards Sansa and Jon's being like the tragic story. But I feel like we're so far in, and we've gotten to the point where like we're almost trained like by the showrunners to expect
Mhm.
bad things, that they're using these clues like Sansa's hair and Littlefinger's sort of planning and these kind of sort of fighting to make us think that that's where the tragedy is going to strike, but it'll actually be somewhere else.
Like a classic misdirection.
Exactly. like we're so trained that like the first thing that came out was like, you know, the Sansa's hair and like, oh fuck, Jon's screwed.
Right. You know? That's what we're gonna focus is on that relationship.
Exactly.
And then Arya's gonna get herself caught in trouble or something.
Yeah.
Isn't the Mountain on her list?
Good luck.
Actually, I don't think he is.
Good luck.
Or what? Or
the Hound.
I know the Hound's. I know the Hound is
the
on her
Hound.
list.
What has the Mountain done to her? The Mountain hasn't done anything.
I guess. Yeah.
Because I think,
but obviously,
the Queen is the last one. I think.
Jamie.
No,
Isn't
well,
Jamie
besides the Hound.
Jamie's not on the list either.
He's not on. I thought he was on it for something.
I don't think so.
I think. Well,
didn't she try? Because remember when they were in Walder Frey's when they were having dinner? Wasn't she one of the like prostitutes that was like flirting with him? But Jamie was like, I don't want to like mess. Like he wasn't trying to mess with her, and it was Arya.
Yeah, well, it was Arya, but I think it was just more. I think he was just like. I think that was just showing that character. I don't think it had anything to do with Jamie itself. I think it was more showing her, and then Jamie's like, "Yeah, I don't really feel like fucking bitches tonight. I'm gonna let you have it."
And so, and then like, I mean, I don't know if I want to get into the prophecy if that's someone else's.
No, you can get into it. You mean the prophecy for Cersei?
Yeah. So the thing is, I don't think that it was ever actually said on the TV show. Like I know she's there's a flashback where she sees the witch, and there's like part of the prophecy.
I don't think it says anything about the brother.
Thought it was
the brother thing isn't mentioned though, right?
I don't think it's the kids thing is. I think it's just
only the kids thing and the Queen thing, right?
Yeah.
So the kids thing has already happened, where it's basically she would survive all her children, and then
Which she did.
Yeah, and then someone younger and more beautiful would take her place as queen. That was told, but then there was another one that wasn't told, which I'm wondering if maybe there's like a second part to that flashback later on, where basically her younger brother will be the one to kill her, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be Jamie.
Somebody who she loves will kill her.
No, I think it's her young. It's like specifically her younger brother.
And Jamie is technically younger.
Jamie is technically the younger, younger brother as well.
Came out second.
Right, and like it's kind of I feel like that so much because he's talked about in the past like how the Mad King slowly declined in mental health and became so crazy, and he knew what he had to do, and I feel like he's just watching the same thing over and over again, and he knows what he's going to have to do soon. Do
you think he'll do?
Yeah. Well, the thing with that Jamie killed him because he heard about the fire that was underneath the wildfire that was underneath of King's Landing,
right?
And he wanted to stop that, but now she blew it up.
Like she's already used it.
Right. So I feel like she's gone past the Mad King.
Exactly.
In terms of like in those terms, she's basically gotten all of her children killed, and then now the thing with the wildfire. So I do think he will eventually kill her. Although it's Game of Thrones, they could classically misdirect that.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's
and
that
I mean,
one.
Tyrion has all the more. Definitely still has reason to kill her. So.
Yeah. Definitely. So here is actually Arya's list according to this website. So Cersei, the Mountain, the Red Woman, Beric Dondarrion, and Thoros of Myr, who are the two guys that the Hound's with. Ilan Payne, who she's killed. The Hound, Walder Frey, Mirren Trant, Joffrey, Tywin, Polliver, and Rorge.
Does it say why for them? Like,
Polliver is I don't know. Oh, because he stabbed her friend Lami.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't
know. Anyways, so the only ones that are left alive are the Hound, Beric Dondarrion, and Thoros of Myr. There's actually a lot. The Red Woman, the Mountain, and Cersei. So yeah, she's got quite a bit left on the thing. I mean, the Mountain technically has already died, but he was brought back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, Zombie Mountain.
That would be pretty cool if she somehow takes out the Mountain.
That's what I was getting at. Is that's why I asked if he was on the list, because I think it would be kind of insane if she was the one that took him down. Like, I don't know exactly how, but if she could kill him with needle, I think that would be a very triumphant victory.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think she'll do the face thing with the mountain? Is that even logically possible in any sort of way?
There's not enough magic in the world.
That would be hilarious.
If you see the mountain pull the helmet off and it's just her. What the?
He, like, hollows them out and uses rides them.
Right. But like, one thing, she's the size of the mountain. Yeah. And then she becomes Arya's size again. It's like, that's how you do 3 times your size.
Or like, it's just like she's in full mountain gear, but like it's just she's her size. Like, damn, Mount sure are small.
I'm like imagining one of imagining like Sleepy from the Seven Dwarfs.
Good God.
Clothes that are way too big for her, draped over her hands and shit.
Oh God.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. So one other prediction I had, or theory. So at the very end of the episode, you see Dany standing there and Tyrion's next to her. If you look at the pillars and kind of out, there's actually one empty space remaining. And so people were saying that basically Targaryens, there's the 3-headed dragon. Mm-hmm. So people are basically saying that, Tyrion, Dany, and then Jon would be that third. So they're saying that those are the 3 Targaryens. Are Dany, Jon, Tyrion. So Tyrion is a Targaryen. That theory, I think, was basically Dany's dad either secretly had an affair with, or he raped her, and then that's how Tyrion was born. Mm-hmm. And he's not actually Tywin's. So,
isn't there also like no definitive proof that Jon's dad is dead?
Rhaegar?
I feel like there's one of the sons has never been confirmed to be dead.
With the Targaryens?
Yeah, like the Mad King's sons.
How many did he have? Wait, he had Rhaegar. He had the one that Drogo, the one that got the gold on his head.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the one that got gold.
Just those 2?
Is it another one?
I don't know. Maybe it is Rhaegar. I feel like. Oh shit! I probably should have researched this a little more, but.
See, this is what happens when we go into Game of Thrones ones.
I could have sworn that there's no like actual definitive proof that Rhaegar is dead.
I thought they said that Robert I thought the whole thing was Robert smashed his chest in with like a hammer.
Was that?
Also, that was like what they said. I thought, Robert.
I thought that.
Because I mean, the Mad King is the only one that actually needed to die, right?
But I mean, like
over the throne.
Well, I mean, Robert wanted to kill Rhaegar because he took Ned's sister. I can't remember her name now. God.
I can't remember now.
Because like they said, Robert smashed his chest in with like a big hammer.
Okay, let me see.
That's what Comic Book Girl 19 said.
So who? And who was Aemon Targaryen?
He was the old guy that died.
Oh, I know who he is in the show. I mean, who was he in relation to them?
The way like their father.
He's their uncle. I think.
I'm on this thing.
How did
anybody got any?
he was killed by Robert. Yeah. At the end of the war.
Right, he was killed by Robert because Robert thought that he raped Lyanna.
Right.
Jokes on him.
And it looks like there were only the 3 kids. So it was Daenerys, her brother that got the gold crown.
That's one that was like a big round where one of the actual Targaryens was still alive or whatever.
It was the one at the Night's Watch. Aegon. Yeah, he was still alive.
Aemon.
Hey.
So you had Aerys Targaryen, right? He was the Mad King, and then he had Rhaegar Targaryen, and then Viserys.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the only 2. Yeah, but then there's a bunch of people. There's
okay, yeah. Most of it's saying he's pretty sure.
Darion Targaryen. Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Yeah.
He's most likely dead.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that Jon, Tyrion, and I would like to believe that theory that they're the last 3 dragon heads.
Mm-hmm. It'd be cool, and that would also mean that Cersei definitely gets killed by Jaime, because then Tyrion isn't even her brother.
Right.
True.
Which would make sense. One other thing was to do what?
What if they do like a fake, like
I guess it's a half hour, so it still counts. Oh,
well. What if they do like a fake out to kind of justify like 2 people killing Cersei? Would like have Arya have Jaime's face and have her kill him like that, kill her like that. So in a way, she's getting killed by her brother, and Arya's killing her too. I don't even technically, but Jaime is killing her in a sense.
Right. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's a little easier to pull off than the mountain.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Because Jaime's
the gold hand.
Yeah, because Jaime's the only person who can get like close enough to her besides the mountain.
Right.
You
Pretty much.
You saw how the mountain acted when Euron got like walked up to her.
Yeah.
Right.
He stopped real quick.
His armor looked badass.
Yeah.
The mountain's new armor, it looked real good.
Looks like his head barely fits in that helmet, though.
Right. Well, he's got a big ass head. One thing that I saw, so there's 3 dragons. So Dany's obviously going to be one of the people who ride the dragon. Another one that I saw is that Tyrion could ride the dragon, and then one was actually Bran would actually either like become a dragon, and be one of the dragon riders. But we didn't really talk about Bran. We haven't talked.
Yeah,
I mean, like talk about with him.
Like he had a vision. Did he have he had a vision, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we saw what it was. Like his eyes were white.
It was just was it him seeing the Night's King?
Oh yeah, that's right. We saw that, and then we see him. That's right. Yeah.
Also, side note, they have 3 fucking giant whites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. At least 3.
Was one of them the what's his name?
Wan
that died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I could have sworn that was the one where they actually showed him up close. It didn't.
I'm pretty
sure.
That's
what I thought too. That's what I thought too. But how would his body have gotten all the way out there?
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, it was at the wall. So
they would have somewhere or did whatever they did by Winterfell.
That's true.
Probably burned him, because that's what the free folk do, right? Don't they burn?
Right.
Yeah. Was one the same one that was at Hardhome, or was that a different one? I can't remember if that giant died or not.
No, I think he came with them all the way.
He was at Hardhome, I think, but he got away.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He went into the water. That's right. He walked into the water himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So, So I mean,
one other thing though, there was was there a trailer or a poster of the Night King riding a dragon?
I think so.
So would that be one of Dany's, or does he have his own?
So here's what I read. I read 2 theories on that. One is that somebody kills one of the dragons, and then the dragon turns into like a white dragon, and then he uses that dragon to he rides that dragon. Another theory I saw is that there's actually an ice dragon in the wall, and that since Bran has come through the wall with the mark of the white, the Night King, he basically has set the magic free, so that ice dragon will actually come out of the wall, and then the Night King will use that dragon. So,
or the Night King is the last head of
right. The Night King is the last Targaryen. I saw a few rumors of him like Bran is actually the Night King. Like the reason the Night King is who he is because Bran fucked up the timeline like Barry does in The Flash.
Oh my god!
And he became that guy who was then killed by the children.
Yeah,
and so
I think the biggest theory I've seen with Bran is that he's the Lord of Light. I think it's one of those. It's either that or like the actual like God or the other, like, because there's so the Lord of Light, and then there's another religion, right? It's a 7 something.
The 7.
Yeah,
the 7
I don't know what it is, but yeah, the 7 gods or something.
So I want to say it's the Lord of the Light.
Like the Light of the 7, isn't that usually what they call it? Something like that.
I can't remember.
So
I just know they say 7 blessings.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the biggest one is that he's like the Lord of Light, just because he can actually go back in time and like actually change things.
So
like he did with Hodor and stuff like that.
He wargs into the fire and then he shows people what they want
exactly. Like he can like exactly. He can warg into things and
guide
damn,
people.
and he was freaking had the Ethernet plugged in.
He probably clicked the button.
It's something like where he can warg into like the past and other things and kind of direct people on what to do.
Right, because I think I saw that too. Because like he yelled out to his dad, and his dad turned around.
Right, he actually could hear something.
Right, he did the Hodor thing. And then there was one other.
Ruined his life.
One other thing that I saw that was in that kind of article theory that he worked into somebody and like he either changed their mind or did something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember.
I can't remember exactly.
There he is.
I accidentally closed my browser. Sorry. I was like looking up something and I actually closed it. Whoops.
Well, what were you looking up? What do you gotta?
Game of Thrones porn.
Game of Thrones fan fiction. No, just some Targaryen stuff. That's all. Wait, what did I miss? What?
Nothing. I was just explaining why I thought Bran was the Lord of Light, or what? I couldn't remember the theory exactly, but I think that's the most prevailing theory right now.
That he's
Here's some. I think I have an article here with some kind of tidbits. So when Sansa was talking to Littlefinger, her quip at the end was like, "I don't really want to hear anything else from you." I'm sure it was probably like
something clever,
a charming statement. Yeah, something clever. I was like, "Damn." Also, Gilly can read now. Like she was actually reading.
She's smart.
Oh yeah.
She's getting there.
What else? Yeah, she's getting there. Any other tidbits?
Was her son that old? Like
that motherfucker looks like he's 4 and he should be 1.
He was definitely not that big at the end of the season, right? So I mean, does that just to show how much time has passed?
I guess. I mean, he's still kind of, he looks like he's probably about 1 or 2-ish, I guess. But he that was the same baby from the end of last season when they're in the boat and they're sailing. Okay. It is. I'm pretty sure it's the same kid.
Okay.
He got big then.
My man walking real quick.
Right? There was that.
He's a little light.
Was the theory on that? So the theory on the Hound, I already went over, but somebody was like, the Hound is Azor Ahai. Like he is
like the actual savior.
Yeah, he's the chosen one. Like, he's the one that actually uses the sword, the Lightbringer or the Firebringer or whatever it's called. I was like, that would be
flame swordsman.
Yeah.
So far, the only one that's done that is Beric, right?
What?
With the fire sword? Or no? What's his name? The other Baratheon.
Renly,
Stannis. No, not Renly. Stannis did that, right?
Yes, I think he. Yes.
He did it when he was like killing off somebody or executing people. I can't remember.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah,
next episode. He did. He got him. So next episode, one of the community's favorite characters is coming back. It looks like, who we've only seen in 1 episode. I feel like.
I already forgot the trailer.
Nymeria.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture earlier today. So I was like, that'll be pretty interesting to see if she actually remembers Arya and doesn't rip her face off.
I'm pretty sure somebody was like, "Man, that direwolf should bark some sense into Arya and tell her not to go down to King's Landing."
Yeah.
Oh, that means they're gonna kill them. Oh goddamn, you're gonna kill that other way. Is that Wolf and John? Wait, how many
John's
wolves
is alive.
Those are the only 2 left alive, is Nymeria and Ghost.
Okay. Damn.
So, although we haven't seen Ghost in a while, but I'm sure he's
somewhere around there.
Right, he's somewhere around
off
there.
hunting.
Right, and we still have to see the Gendry.
If he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, he was already they've already confirmed he will be. Like he's already.
Really?
Yeah, he has said himself that he will be in the season, but he didn't want to say when in the season. But he will be He will be back. He'll probably be swole as fuck. Upper body only. I'm curious to where he will come back, like where he will be though.
Yeah, he's been sailing for I don't know, how many years?
Right.
He's on a boat randomly just drifting somewhere.
Right.
Like, where the fuck am I?
Maybe he's the gift that Euron's gonna give.
That's what I wanted to get back to. Look, here's my note. There's my note right there.
One of the few gifts, potential gifts.
Right.
Got another gift.
Yeah, that was the gift. One of the gift I saw was Tyrion, which I don't think that would be.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no way he's getting Tyrion.
Did you see? I was listening to another podcast today, and they were talking about something in one of the books. There's a horn apparently that can that does something to the dragons, and that Euron might.
The horn. I did see that.
It's like a horn that it does something to it, like kind of neutralizes the dragons a little bit, and that maybe that's what he's getting for Cersei.
That'd be interesting.
I thought that was some. The theory I saw was that horn actually is what could wake up the ice dragon that's in the wall. Is if somebody gets that horn and then they use that horn. I saw that. I also saw, speaking of Euron, I saw a thing that somebody was like looking at his ships when he came in, and they said it looked like the ships were made out of something that may be fireproof, so that Dany's dragons can't do damage to the ships. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing, because if that happens, it's kind of that's pretty big.
Well, I mean, just wait till they get on the land and then take care of them there.
Right. Well,
unless they have fireproof armor too, but
hey, you never know. It's called the Horn of Winter.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So shit on fire.
I feel like they got to throw something in there to kind of neutralize, because the dragons are kind of like the easy the win button. So I feel like there's something in there they're gonna throw that'll neutralize them a little bit.
Yeah. So Valyrian dragon lords used horns to control their dragons. So that is a theory that Euron could have the horn, or could be going to get the horn, and basically control that.
Jesus, Cersei would control the dragons. Oh, great.
I don't know. Would she control them, or would she just basically neutralize them?
If she could control them, then she would definitely be. I feel like she would actually end up being the big bad.
Yeah.
Over the Night King. Like,
although
she
what
got
if
fucking dragons on her side?
What if she used the dragons, controlled the dragons, had them try to burn Tyrion, but then it turns out he's a Targaryen and can't be burned?
That'd be cool.
I love how she hates him that much. The first thing she's gonna do,
just burn the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Right, man. So many theories. We gotta wait another week.
Oh man.
One thing I don't know why they don't ever seem to point out, but like when Jon's telling everybody like, "Hey, we got to get a bunch of dragon glass." I know there's not a lot of Valyrian steel around, but that also can kill them, and yet he doesn't seem to bring that up to anybody, because I think some of the like bigger houses all are supposed to have like at least one Valyrian steel sword, right?
No, I think it's
two.
Like, well, there's technically like 12 total swords, but like half of them no one even knows where they are.
Okay.
Well, the two that we know of are Jon's sword,
right?
Yeah, and then
Brienne's.
Brienne has one, but that was made into two, right? So half of Brienne's is somewhere else.
No,
because like wasn't half
they
of
melted Ned's swords. That they melted.
Yeah, I thought they made two with Ned's sword. With Ned's sword, and one was Brienne's.
No, because that's Jaime's. Because
that was
Jaime.
Jaime
gave it to her.
So then.
But isn't there two? But I thought they made two swords out of Ned's.
Yeah,
sword.
I think you're right. I think they did.
It was so big.
Maybe
right?
they Joffrey. Oh wait.
So they melted it down to two smaller swords.
Yeah, because it was a huge ass. I can't remember the name of it, but it was that huge ass fucking broadsword.
Yeah.
Oh, hammer.
Right. That giant fucking sword.
Yeah, and like they bulleted it down to two swords. I could have sworn.
They didn't give Joffrey a sword. Wait, they didn't give Joffrey a sword.
They did. Yes, they did give Joffrey a sword.
Didn't do him any good.
Who has that? Is it Cersei?
I don't think anybody did. It just not.
Probably just didn't give it to anybody because he died, and then just
didn't give it to Tom.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah. So House Mormon had one, which is Longclaw, which is Jon's.
Yeah.
And then there was Ice, which was Ned's sword. And then there was Widow's Wail, was held by King Joffrey for a moment before his death.
And then so I feel like there's like 2 or 3 missing. Like
you're right, there is one from they did turn it into 2.
Yeah, because
so
Brienne has one. But it's like
okay,
Oathkeeper.
so oh, Sam has one.
Sam has one?
The one that Sam took from his dad. Yeah, that's
Oh,
the Heart's
yeah,
Veil.
right.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, he stole that from his dad.
I don't know. Len Corbray, Lady Forlorn is the name of a sword. Oathkeeper, who Brienne has. That's not in the show.
But yeah, the thing is,
the dagger with the
like the Valyrian
one that
steel is more rare than the dragon glass
that they try to kill Braun with. Not Braun.
Right. Yeah. Bran. Yeah, the one that Littlefinger has. The little dragon thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's the one. Yeah. That's about it, I think. Yeah, so Ned's sword was broken down into the one they made for Joffrey and an Oathkeeper.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch that people don't know.
Right. There's like there's like 12 or something total, but half of them they don't know where they are.
So there's no point even bringing that up because there's not much to get. So
unless people start finding them for some reason, like for all we know, there could be one in Dragonstone somewhere.
Yeah, hiding in that castle.
Blackfire, the sword of Aegon Targaryen, carried by all Targaryen kings until Aegon IV, who gave it to his bastard Daemon, who rose in rebellion against the Targaryens. Yeah, what?
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading a last thing. All right.
Oh no, you weren't moving at all, so I like, oh god, it's
you thought I froze? No, sorry, I was reading. I should probably watch those videos you guys told me to watch.
Which ones? The
history of
kind of like just the back.
The houses. They're good videos.
Yeah. Brandon, did you want to read the books?
Yes, I did. I completely meant to buy all the volumes, but I just completely.
Do you want to bring mine with you on vacation?
I guess I could just take the first one. That'll probably.
that's what I meant. No, you're not going to finish it. Yeah, definitely not.
I also wanted the big collections because I think the larger books have the maps and stuff and other information included in them. So
yeah. I probably will do that too because those ones that I have are teeny tiny little Bibles and you can't ship them in. So, all right. Well, I think there's any other thoughts on this one? We probably have to, I guess, do this next week now.
Is it Sunday yet?
Make it seem like it's a chore. Oh, darn. We get to talk about one of our favorite shows.
We can't even do our regular, right? We can't even do our regular SPR.
Right. We should get Justin to come in on real quick for a staff meeting.
We'll do that after we stop the broadcast here. Okay. Oh, I guess we should probably tell him that we're stopping.
Is he even?
So thanks for listening, everybody who joined. He's not. Thanks for everybody who listened. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, iTunes. Hopefully, Justin can get this up on audio. Probably not. He ain't doing shit anymore. Let us know. Tweet us, Facebook us. You know who we are.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.